I will.
Oh, my God, still have gratitude.
Okay, Bobbie, you can start today.
All right, so I'm just going to put myself on gallery view. Oh my goodness. Oh, friends. So welcome everyone to an adapted seated yoga practice. And so I'd really like to give an appreciation to those of you who have been coming for a little while. Yeah, that you are here still. And a welcome back to old friends. So of course the class is live streamed and it's also recorded on Facebook and YouTube. So if you want to do the practice again, if you're missing out on the live stream, the other options are amazing. So welcome to class, and from here I'm going to jump back into my chair that's a little bit further away from the iPad. And so the invitation is always to begin a yoga practice by finding a comfortable sitting position. And if you have the ability to come forward in your chair now so that you're supporting your own spine, wonderful. If not, if you need the back of the chair for support, honor that. Sometimes I like to have a rolled up yoga mat along my spine. And so if you know the balance is a challenge for you, make sure that you have what you need to keep you stable in your chair. And so that said, the invitation to roll your shoulders back and down. Relax your arms in your lap or by your side, wherever feels most comfortable for you. And so if you'd like, feel free to close your eyes here. And so ground down through your sits bones. So the bones we sit on. So maybe noticing where your bum and your thighs are in contact with your seat. Lengthen your spine. So creating space between the vertebrae. Tuck your chin in slightly. So it's parallel with the floor. Muscles of the face relax. Attention moves inward. Notice the alignment of your knees, hips, ankles, shoulders over your hips. Notice the breath. And so allowing the breath to move your abdomen, maybe on an inhale. Noticing, placing your hand on your belly. But as we inhale, belly moves out. On exhale, belly moves in. That's taking your other hand to your chest and noticing the pattern of movement of the breath between your abdomen and your upper torso. And then see if you can make your breath just a little bit longer than it was when we began. So pay particular attention to the exhale. See if you can begin to lengthen the exhale. So lengthening the exhale engages the relaxation response, allowing us to let go of folding, stress, and tension. So I'd like to encourage you, whenever possible, to bring your awareness back to this deep, long, easeful breath. And so if your eyes are closed, gradually blink your eyes open. And then an invitation to bring your hands together, rub your palms vigorously. Then take your hands apart a little, maybe noticing a bit of warmth or heat between your hands. And rub your palms together again. And this time, as you're rubbing your palms together, I'd like you to notice where in your body you are holding stress and or tension. And see if you can bring some of that loving energy from your hands to that place. So placing your hands on that area of your body, allowing your body to absorb loving energy from your hands. And rub your palms together again. And maybe scanning your body and noticing where you can use a little extra TLC and take your hands there. So open to receive. And so an invitation now to notice, is your breath still long and smooth and easeful? And so from here, we'll transition into a practice called toning. So toning, sounding the 3 letters A, O, and M. And this can be another way to let go of tension in our body. So we know that sound has a vibration, and we can add our movements to the sound. And you're more than welcome to listen if you'd rather. So the sounds are going to be A, O, and M. So here we go. Reaching your arm up to the sky. On your exhale, make the sound A. A. Other side, reaching up. Letter O. O. This time both arms reach up to the sky. Letter M. M. So let's repeat this one more time. And I'd really like to invite you to see if you notice a vibration in your body or the beautiful space around you. So it's ready, reach your arm up to the sky. Inhale, other side. Oh. Both arms reach up, lips touch lightly, letter M, M, M. And so from here, let's take 3 deep breaths. So big sighs. So inhale. Ah. And 2 more. Inhale. Ah. Inhale. Ah. Okay. And so from here, we'll transition into a warm-up, beginning with our head and neck. So just going to invite you to suggest that if you are not on mute, if you could put yourself on mute, that would be great. And so sitting up nice and tall, bring your chin gently towards your chest. And then looking up slightly, maybe the eyes meet where the ceiling meets the wall. Gentle movements up and down. And warming up our cervical spine. And it's ready. Bring your head back to center. Pardon me, hiccup. When you're ready, take your one ear towards your shoulder, and then move your head back and forth. Go from side to side. And it's ready, bring your head back to center. And then turn a soft gaze looking towards your shoulder. Only move your head as far as feels comfortable for you. And then turn your head from side to side. So as if nodding no. When you're ready, finish up the movement that you're on, bring your head back center. And so from here, we'll continue down along the spine with a movement called cat and cow. So I'd like to invite you to draw your chest in. So it's as if the sternum is moving to the back of our ribs as you round your back. And then the sternum lifts, moves forward. So we're opening up our solar plexus, our heart, our throat. And so you might notice as we continue this gentle flow with this movement, that on the exhales, we round our back, our hands naturally have a tendency to slide in towards our hips. And on the inhales, we arch our back, hands slide. So did I say hips? I meant knees as you round. And as you inhale, hands slide towards our hips. So move in a way that feels natural for you. So natural that your movements and your breath become one. When you're ready, finish up the movement that you're on. Come on back to a neutral spine. And I'd like to invite you to reach one hand towards the floor. So as if you're reaching to pick something up. And so you can take hold of the opposite side of the chair for stability. And we want our shoulder lined up with shoulder. And so if it's helpful, you can imagine that you're seated between two panes of glass. And then we'll move from side to side. And so it might be helpful to inhale to one side, exhale to the other side. And so if you're congested or you have an obstruction, just breathe in whatever way you can. And you might notice that as we lubricate our spine, these movements become more easeful. We're able to go a little bit deeper. Finish up the movement that you're on. Come on back to a neutral spine. And I'd like to invite you now to take a moment, maybe with your eyes closed softly, to just notice the effects of those movements. How's your breath? And then from here, we'll come into a gentle twist. So we'll begin with lengthening the spine, creating space between our vertebrae, and then coming into the twist so that hand slides in towards your head, and then move dynamically. So this is a gentle twist. We're not going to our full range. And slowly finish up the movement that you're on. Come on back. Center. You can relax your arms by your side or on your lap, wherever feels most comfortable for you. And so from here, with your hands resting on your lap, let's play piano. And then Like making a little or a lot more challenging. Finger or from the roll from your pinkies to your thumbs. And then thumbs to pinkies. So most of us are not used to moving our hands in this way, so it can be quite challenging. And then from left to right. And then how about air piano? And then when you're ready, roll your wrists in one direction. Slow the movements right down. So mindful movements. And if you'd like, you can imagine that you're moving your hands through water. And then roll your wrists in the opposite direction. So you might notice that one wrist is tighter than the other. As human beings, we tend to have one side that's tighter. And then when you're ready, push your hands away and then pull your hands back. Push your hands away, pull your hands back. So with this movement, we're getting into all the major joints in our arms, and we're getting into those muscles around our shoulder blades. It's like we're giving our back a little massage. Push your hands away, pull your hands back. And so now I'd like you to stretch your palms and then bring your fingertips to touch. So your fingertips might touch or might not. So as long as we're moving in that direction, we're strengthening our hands. Or it might be that you make soft fists. So extension and contraction. Stretch your palms, fingertips touch, or maybe soft fist. Stretch your palms, fingertips touch. Shake out. And so before we move on from our upper limbs, let's go for a yoga swim. So we'll start freestyle. We're getting into a lovely range of movement. And so your arms can be as high or low as you'd like. And then let's come into backstroke. And breaststroke. And so if you need to take a break, by all means do, and come back into the movement if you like or not. And how about side stroke? Whoosh. Whoosh. Other side. And can we finish up with butterfly? And back to stillness. Whew. So no doubt you're feeling a little more energized. And so from here, I'd like to pay some attention to our feet. And so I'd like you to ground through your feet, center and ground through the soles of your feet. And so we want to keep our connection with Mother Earth. We tend to start losing that. And so ground down through your sits bones again, maybe noticing where your bum and your thighs are in contact with your seat. Sit up nice and tall, shoulders back and down. Chin in, parallel with the floor. And so from here, I think before we move on to away totally from our movements and neck, I'd like to come into this movement. We're going to reach our arm up, spiral your palm open, soft bend in your elbow, nothing rigid, extend your arm away. Bring your arm back center, palm face down, release. So other side, reach up, spiral your palm open, moving with grace and ease, extend your arm away from you. Then inhale, come back center, palm face down, really. So this time, we're going to continue the movement, but when we bring our arm out to the side, if it feels okay for your neck, turn your gaze, looking past your hand. And so if it bothers your neck, keep a soft gaze forward. And we're going to add a sound. Actually, the sound is shh. So here we go. Reach up, spiral your palm open. So it's a soft gaze forward, or if it feels okay, soft gaze past your hand, making the sound shh as you extend your arm out to the side. Inhale, come back center, palm face down, release. Other side, reach up, spiral your palm open. Exhale, shh. Inhale, come back center, palm face down, release. So one more time on each side, reach up, turn your palm face up, exhale, making the sound shh. Inhale, come back center, palm face down, release. Other side, reach up, turn your palm face up, on exhale, shh. Inhale, come back center, palm face down, release. Take a moment, notice how's your breath. So our old friend, our breath. Maybe noticing any subtle sensations. So from here, let's come into a movement called finding our balance. And so balance the equal distribution of presence throughout our entire body. And so worth repeating, balance the equal distribution of presence throughout our entire body. So sitting up nice and tall, you can hold on to your side of your chair, maybe hands at your hips. And we'll begin with an inhale, lengthen your spine, and then hinging from your hips come forward with a flat back. Tuck your chin in slightly to release the back of your neck. And then when you're ready, rock back up. So we're going to continue with this rocking movement. And so if you're able to come forward about 20%, so it's not about seeing how far down you can go. You just come to that just right amount of effort and ease. Or it might be that you're visualizing it. So imagination is powerful. Energy flows where our thoughts and our breath goes. And it can be interesting to close our eyes as we practice these gentle movements. And then when you're ready, come on back to neutral spine. Take a moment. Notice how you feel. And not about what we look like in our yoga practice. A diagnostic tool really is, how do I feel? No judgment. Has anything changed with those movements? So from here, let's come into movement where we're going to circle our heart forward and then back. And so your movements might be smaller than mine or larger. I just encourage you to move in your own time and rhythm. So we're getting into our hips and lower back a little more here. And as you begin to feel things kind of soften and release a little bit, see if you can go a little bit deeper. So moving our shoulders towards our knees, and of course we're not coming all the way down. And then when you're ready, reverse the direction. Bring a gentle awareness to the space in front of you. And bring your awareness to the space beside you. And notice how that makes you feel. Bring your awareness to the space above you. And especially an invitation to take your awareness to the space behind you. And then moving away from me to we. An invitation to trust that we are being supported. And slowly make your way back to stillness. Relax your arms by your side or on your lap, wherever you feel is most comfortable. And just let your breath come back to its natural rhythm. So you might observe the rise and fall of your chest and your belly. So from here, let's come into a side bend. Sitting up tall, I'd like you to take hold of the underside of your chair. Extend your opposite arm out to the side. Turn your palm face up. And so I'll give you two options. One would be to take your hand to your shoulder, or it might feel okay to reach up and over. So let's begin together again. So you're holding the underside of the chair, extend your opposite arm, palm face up. Take your arm to your place. So today I'm going to keep my hand on my shoulder, and then you come into your side bend. Turn your gaze down towards the floor to release your neck. Then can you imagine breathing in below your ribcage? Sits bones on the chair. As ready, come out of the pose on this side. And so, of course, whatever we do on one side, we do on the other if possible. So you take hold of the underside of the chair, extend your opposite arm, spiral your palm open. Take your hand or your arm to your place. Inhale, reaching up, and then bend. Breathe into your rib cage. Can you feel that you're creating space in your rib cage? And come out of the pose on this side. And so let's come into it one more time on each side. I want you to notice if you feel a subtle shift or change this time. So holding the chair, extend your arm, bring your arm up to your place, come into the side bend. Turn your gaze down towards the floor to release your neck. Breathe into your rib cage. Can you imagine breathing in below your rib cage? Out of the pose on this side. And we'll come into it on the other side. Extend your arm, palm face out. Take your arm to your place and bend. Turning your gaze down towards the floor. And release. And we'll shake out. So from here, we're going to come into a practice called sun salutation. So always it begins with making sure that you're sitting up nice and tall, sits bones are grounded, spine is long. Tuck your chin in slightly and release the back of your neck. So let's begin in mountain pose. Arms by your sides, spiral your palms open. So open up your armpits. Take your hands to your heart center. So it could be palms open or palms together. Reach up to the sky, gentle back arch. So we're bending from above our shoulder blades. If you'd like, you can take a look between your palms if it doesn't hurt your neck. And notice if they're facing each other, then return your gaze on the horizon. And maybe our hands come together in prayer down through the heart. So bowing our head towards our heart gives us a little nerve flossing for our neck. So hinging from the hips, come into a forward fold. All right, so you can have your hands at your hips or hold the underside of the chair. Chin in. And then when you're ready, we'll come back up. And so it might be for this next movement, you're visualizing the movement. If you're blessed with a yoga buddy, the yoga buddy can help with this. So we're going to come into a lunge. And so you step your step your leg under the front of the chair, and then you can add your arm. So arm can be a goalpost or reaching up along your ear. So lunge. Step your foot forward, float your arm down, hinging from the hips, come forward a little if you'd like. And we're going to come into downward facing dog. So our arms are on a diagonal. Baby cobra. Place your hands on your thighs, lower your head, and then lift up through the crown of your head. Downward facing dog again. So arms on a diagonal. And then when you're ready from here, come back to a neutral spine. If possible, you'll step your leg under the chair, the other side this time, or visualize the movement. Reach your arm up if you'd like to add your arm along your ear, goalpost. Flow your arm down, step your foot forward, hinging from the hips. Come forward a little, spiral your palms open, reach up to the sky, gentle back arch, and maybe our hands come together in prayer down through the heart. So let's do a couple more rounds. Mountain pose. Take your hands to your heart center. Reach up to the sky, gentle back arch. Hinging from the hips, come forward with a flat back. So you might have your hands at your hips or holding the chair. Tuck your chin in slightly. Come on back up into a lunge. So this time we'll start on the opposite side. So you can step your leg under the front of the chair. Add your arm if you'd like, reaching up. Arm can be a goalpost, floating or up along your ear. Release your arm down, step your foot forward, hinging from the hips, come forward a little, downward facing dog, arms on a diagonal. So essentially your hands are reaching towards maybe where the ceiling meets the wall. Nice diagonal line. Baby cobra, hands on your thighs, lower a little bit more. So your head lower and then lift up through the crown of your head. Baby cobra. And then come on back up to neutral spine. We'll come into the lunge on the other side. And come out of the pose. Step your foot forward. Hinging from the hips, spiral your palms open, reach up to the sky. So gentle back arch. Maybe our hands come together in prayer down through the heart. So mountain pose. Hands at the heart center. Reach up to the sky, gentle back arch. Hinging from the hips, forward fold. Back up into a neutral spine, step your leg under the chair, front of the chair, add your arm. Release your arm down, step forward, hinging from the hips, downward facing dog, baby cobra, Lower your head and then lift up through the crown of your head. Downward facing dog. One back up into a lunge on the other side. Release your arm down. Step foot forward, hinging from the hips. Into a forward fold. Reach up to the sky. Gentle back arch. And maybe our hands come together in prayer. Down through the heart. And take a rest. And notice how you feel. And so from here, let's come into tree pose. And so again, sitting up nice and tall. And if you have the ability to rotate your leg out to the side a little bit, go for it. And then we'll add our arms, reaching up. And so maybe the hands come together, maybe fingertips touch. And if you want to make it exceptionally challenging, close your eyes if you feel stable in your chair. Alternatively, you can find a space on the horizon to gaze on softly. Helps us focus the mind. And let's shake out the fidget. Okay, so let's come into tree pose one more time. So, if possible, rotate your leg out a little bit. And if you can, you're on the ball of your foot. And then we'll add the arms. So whatever expression you'd like of tree pose. Like close your eyes softly. And release. And so from here, let's come in to eagle pose, sitting up tall, elbows are bent. So it might be that you cross at the forearm. Maybe it feels okay to bring elbow point to elbow crease. Maybe the backs of the hands touch, maybe. And so I want you to imagine that eagle eye and the fierceness of. And then when you're ready, spread your wings, float your arms down. So let's cross the opposite arm over this time. So we'll begin with elbows bent, and then whatever arm is on the outside, that will come on the inside. And so it might be across the forearms, maybe elbow point to crease, maybe the backs and hands touch. And so eagle eye. And spread your wings, put your arms down. And so, and some of you know, I live on the Sunshine Coast, and actually there are a lot of eagles over here. So it's quite easy for me to visualize the eagle wings and eagle soaring and so on. So I think the ancient yogis named a lot of the poses and movements after things in the natural world, in nature, in their wisdom. So, so from here, I'd like to revisit one of the warrior poses, but we're going to work on our arms only. And so I'd like to invite you to bring your arms out to the side. So You soften the tops of your shoulders. You're broad through the collarbones, extend beyond your wrists to your fingertips. And then if it feels okay for your neck, I want you to turn your head and gaze past your shoulder. So these are warrior 2 arms. And then float your arms down. And we'll come into this on the other side. So your arms up to your place. And so you're softening your shoulders away from your ears. Extend beyond your wrist, your fingertips. And then if you like, okay for your neck, turn your gaze looking past your shoulder. And release. Wow. Okay, so maybe shoulders back and down. And forward. And then maybe alternate. Shake out. And so I think from here we'll transition to yogic breathing technique. And so you can be seated in your chair comfortably. And then we'll go from there to lovely meditation and your final relaxation. And so the breathing technique I'd like to share with you is called lion's breath. And so lion's breath is when we inhale through our nose, and then on the exhale, your tongue comes out as far as you can reach, and the eyes roll back, and we imagine our hands are like lion's paws. It looks like this. So we'll do this 3 times. And so inhale, exhale, inhale, lion's breath. And one more time, inhale. Nice. Oh. All right, so if you want to adjust your lighting a little bit, go for it. I think I might come a little closer to the screen. I'm going to turn my light down. Make sure that you're comfortable, that you're warm. And so sitting up nice and tall. Well, actually, no, we're going to find a comfortable seat. And so that said, you're sitting comfortably, however, you're still alert. And I'd like to share a hand gesture with you called the hand gesture of calm abiding. And so it's something I learned in a Buddhist training that I did a few years ago. So essentially, mudras or hand gestures are created to help us focus our mind. And so for this one, it's palms face down on your lap, and you draw your hands in towards your hip creases. And I'm just going to turn my iPad so it's facing downward a little more. And so if that works for you, wonderful. If not, choose whatever hand placement you'd like. And then an invitation to soften your gaze, looking downwards. So 3 or 4 feet in front of you on the floor. So that can be calming for our nervous system. And so an invitation to look down in your heart, see what you can see. Breathe into your heart. And so breathing in, I know that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I know that I'm breathing out. As my in-breath grows deep, my out-breath grows slow. Breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I release. Dwelling in the present moment, I know this is a wonderful moment. Breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I smile. Dwelling in the present moment, I know this is a wonderful moment. And so we'll sit and breathe together for a few moments with a gentle reminder. Breathing. Come into whatever comfortable position you'd like for your final relaxation. And so if you have something that has a little weight that you can place on your thighs, that can encourage a grounding sensation. If you have the ability to recline in your chair, go for it. You might want to remove your glasses if you're wearing glasses. And so this is meant to be a deep, conscious relaxation. We're not meant to fall asleep in it. However, that said, if you fall asleep, no judgment. It just means that you're tired. And so feel free to close your eyes here if that feels comfortable for you. Relax your hands, palms face up or down as desired. The palms face down can encourage a grounding sensation. Palms face up if you're feeling fatigued, open to receive. Those soft palms, soft Buddha belly, the area between our navel and our pubic bone. Quiet breath. Allow your breath to breathe itself. Relax your jaw. Unclench your teeth. Let there be a little space between your teeth. Soften your lower jaw. Soften around your temples. Soften the area between your eyebrows. Wide forehead. Silently, if you'd like, on inhale, say let. On exhale, go. Inhale, let. Exhale, go. If it's challenging to quiet the mind, placing your hands on our Buddha belly and bringing our awareness to our breath can be helpful. Without changing anything, bring a gentle awareness back to your breath. Thank your body again. And now see if you can begin to deepen your inhale, lengthen your exhale. And come on up when you're ready to a comfortable sitting position to finish up your yoga practice. So, Om, peace, peace, peace. Thank you, everyone. Notice how you feel before and after yoga. Questions or feedback, always love to hear from you. Otherwise, have an amazing rest of the day. And yeah, take good care. Stay warm. We'll see you next week, hopefully. Thank you.
Thanks, Bobbie. Sorry, my talk is unbelievable. I'm sorry about that. We'll see you next Wednesday.
Yeah, right on. Thanks, Kim.
Thanks, Bobbie.
You're welcome. Bye, Sheila.
Stay warm.
And my old friend Sally.
Yeah, I missed these. That was great.
Oh, I'm so glad. Well, I've been thinking about you recently. So, you know what they say, be careful what you think of.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I'm gonna come back now. I've got my schedule more under control. So
Right on. Yeah, you look
yeah,
cool.
nice to be here today.
Yeah, good stuff. Okay, well, yeah, it warms my heart. Lovely to see you. It's so funny. It's just like I get an automatic reaction. It's like, oh, an old friend.
And
So-
you're well?
Pardon? Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That's good.
Apparently I'm aging, so what can I say?
Yeah.
My husband and I are going to talk to somebody about life insurance.
Oh, yeah.
We're both going to be 65 this year, so
Wow.
yeah, a little wake up call, I guess. But hey, the alternative isn't great, so
Right.
yeah. Anyway, Consart,
Have a good day.
thank you, Connector and the Disability Foundation, and we'll see you again soon.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.